Hi guys, Chris from Big Rig 150 Automotive News. I want to talk to you today um, about some, I don't want to call them deceptive, but they borderline on deceptive commercials. And that's a series of Chevy commercials with most reliable vehicles. As most of you know, I will read quite a few articles in a day, trying to come up with new topics, something that I find to be extremely interesting and hopefully pass along to you. So one of my favorite websites and newsletters I get is from Jalopnik, Jalopnik. It's a great site. There's a lot of news, a lot of articles about stuff that's going on now, stuff that's going to be going on, and sometimes a throwback Thursday. So there's always that nice little bit of stuff that's going on. There was a contributor, Tom McParland, McParland. I actually reached out to him because I told him what I was going to do, and I wanted to make sure it was okay I used his stuff. He's like, great, I have no problem with it. And then I was also asking him a few other questions on the social media side, namely the YouTube. And he didn't have any real knowledge on that, so he actually hooked me up with gentleman Adam to kind of give me some hints and how they want their stuff posted. So in the link below, or in the description below, I'm going to actually have the link to the article and citing everything from them. So if you go to read the article and some of this sounds very similar, you understand why. This way I don't get called plagiarist and what have you. I want this to be Tom McParland put a lot of time and effort into this, and I want him to get the credit. I'm just reporting on what I saw, and I actually like his style of writing. But let's get into it. His article is called Chevy Pulls Most Reliable Ad After Being Challenged by Toyota. Now, if you remember the commercial, I'll set it up for you a little bit. It's Chevy bringing in Ford, Toyota, and Honda actual owners, and they have a couple of vehicles staged with tarps over them. The first one will say Ford, they'll pull that back, and then it'll say Toyota, they'll pull that back. Then it'll say Honda, and they'll pull that back and showing all the Chevys. Now, okay, that's actually a pretty cool idea, but their statement is that they're more reliable than 28 other manufacturers. That when I heard that stat, that's when I started doing a little looking for information. That's how I came upon this article. Tom says in his article that the data that they collected, they sent 900,000 surveys to people in their service department, customers that have been in and out. Out of 900,000, 48,000 sent a response back. Okay, so you're talking 10%, not even like 5% of the respondents that came back. You're going off of. I'm sorry, my math is off on that, but it's under half, way under half. You know, you're talking. There was 850,000 people that did not even respond. Okay, that's okay. You know, people don't like responding to surveys because they don't want to keep getting the same information. They don't want to keep getting in that trap of getting surveys. So I understand that. But out of those 48,000, they were asking, it was predominantly Chevy owners at Chevy service centers What have you had done to your vehicle? You know, have you had to change the tires? Have you had to do oil changes? Have you had to do any big ticket maintenance items? Now, this is going back to 2015. So they're asking people from 2015, have you had any big ticket maintenance items? Now, 2015, that's 3 years. Majority of people in this day and age lease. So most of them are going to say no. You know, you might have a couple, you know, here or there. But if you take all those respondents, you know, that's saying a lot. Now, I'm not a Honda guy or a Toyota guy. I'm a Ford guy. So that's why this sticks in me a little bit. Honda and Toyota are known as two of the most reliable vehicles, most dependable vehicles that you can have. I've had people that I know. My father had a 1980 Toyota Celica GT 5-speed hatchback. I love that car. That's how he actually taught me how to drive stick in the passenger side. He would hit the clutch, I would bang the gear, so I knew how to drive it. He had a hard time killing that thing. I know it had over 200,000 miles. Yes, he had to do head cylinder, but after almost 200,000 miles, that's the worst that he had to do to it. So be it. I mean, it was nickel, and there were some things, but he had that car from brand new, 1980. God, I think he got rid of it in the early 90s, late 90s. I can't remember, but it's been a really long time. So reliability is a perception. Ford, I go through the Ford shop most of the time, seeing what's being out there. Okay, Ford does have a little black eye on a couple of things. The transmission on the Focus, but they've narrowed that down better in the past 5 years. You know, actually, excuse me, it's 2000, yeah, past 4 years. Don't see them in as often, but they do come in because the way that the clutch is designed. There's patents, so you can't have the same thing that Mercedes, BMW, who actually have the same style of clutch. So you got to do some engineering that you hopefully will last. Now I know I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but I'm just trying to show what reliability is. You know, Chevy had a huge black eye a couple of years ago when he came out with the what was it, a 1 million car recall or a 10 million car recall for ignition. That's reliability in my book. So to say that you're the most reliable vehicle out there, yeah, that's hard to swallow. Every car manufacturer is reliable, but it's what you expect. You purchase a vehicle, it's not going to run perfect every single time. There's going to be times that it's going to be too cold for it to turn over. You know, you're going to think, oh, that's not reliable. You're going to have where a part failed. You know what? We are human. Cars are made by human. Guy could have been having a bad day. Maybe he was having a great day and just missed something. Reliability is in how you maintain your vehicle. Do you do the oil changes? Do you do the recommended maintenance? Do you do all that? If you do all that, guess what? Your car is going to be reliable. yes, you might have a hiccup here and there. Example, my mother-in-law gives me her Escape, which she bought from me, and I told her, when you need an oil change, call me, I'll take it in, because I'm right there. She doesn't work that far, so we can switch cars. Her check engine light came on. Now, if you know about Ford in the past 10 years, there's no gas cap. So, usually it's not because there's a kid forgot to tighten up the gas cap. There's something wrong. Well, she gets it. She drives it. It goes away. Okay. I was like, as soon as if it happens again, let me know. We'll switch cars for a couple days. Sure enough, next week, it came back on. Alright, no problem. Switch cars. It turned out she needed a new motor. The seal failed. It happens. You know, the cars are producing more and more horsepower, smaller and smaller. Sometimes things are going to give. But Ford made good on it. Ford did what they had to do. That's reliability. That's also dependability of the manufacturer. Reliability is a big word. Dependability, another big word. I think Chevy definitely missed the mark on this commercial. Great idea to show how reliable your car is. But I think they went the wrong way about it. Then again, it's marketing. They're trying to find something. I don't know. That's for people above me. Again, this is Chris from Big Rig 150 Automotive News, signing off. I want to thank everybody for staying through the end of the video. Please like, share, hit the subscribe button, and please share with as many friends as possible. I'm trying to grow the video as fast as possible so I can bring you more content on a more daily basis. Alright, thank you guys and have a great day.